So, James, in the study, you use the words minimal dose. For some, that may sound a bit negative. What do these words mean and imply?
Sure. So that's a good question, and this is sometimes where the language that we use in scientific papers um, it doesn't serve the best purpose of sort of public communication, and so we only refer to it as minimal dose because there's a minimal amount of the exercise that's engaged in. So it's once a week. It's a low number of exercises, and it's only a single set per exercise. And so when we talk about something as being minimal, we're normally talking about how much of it you do. What we're not referring to is the quality of that stimulus, because as Fit20 members will know, the quality of the exercise you're doing is very high. You're training to a very high intensity of effort. You're training to that point of momentary failure. And so, really, the minimal effective dose is what we refer to as the smallest you can do and still produce meaningful changes in terms of the outcomes you're interested in. So strength in this case, but you could quite easily refer to it as being the optimal dose as well, at least with respect to time efficiency. Because if you're able to produce substantial, meaningful gains with a low time efficiency, then it's certainly considered optimal from that perspective. Um, and to go back to this idea of kind of differentiating between minimal and the amount of exercise and the quality of that exercise, I like to use the analogy of a of medicine, essentially, of a pill. So when you take medicine, you have you have your dose split up into how often you take it, how much of it you take, but also the potency of the actual active ingredients of that medicine. And so you can think of it similarly to exercise. So the how often you take it is how many times a week you train, and how much of it you take might be how many exercises or how many sets of those exercises you perform. And for Fit20 and the training performed obviously by Fit20 members in the study, that's very minimal, certainly compared to the vast majority of exercise approaches. The difference is the potency, which is to say the quality of that exercise, the intensity of effort involved is very, very high, and actually probably comparatively high when looking across most different exercise approaches. So although it's a minimal dose with respect to how much, it's actually a maximal dose with respect to the quality of the stimulus that you're getting. At least that's the analogy I like to use, and I think makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, yeah, high rate of return and minimal dose as medicine.
Exactly.
Right. Thank you.